Hey Facebook, good morning. It is 7:59 on this Tuesday. I keep wanting to say Friday, and it's not Friday at all. We're not even remotely close to Friday. It's Tuesday. It's July 12th. I'm Kwon, and I got some of your headlines from today for you that I'd like to share. Oh my gosh, I don't know what just happened to this Facebook Live. Here we go. Can you guys see me okay? Hey, Marissa, can you do me a favor? Can you check to see what this Facebook Live looks like? Because right now I look not straight on, so I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, if my Facebook Live looks a little bit weird to you right now, it probably does, but we'll try to fix that. Marissa's on it. She's gonna try to see. Oh, everything looks normal? Okay. We got confirmation. Yeah. So everyone watching or listening right now is probably like, what are you talking about? Okay, forget I ever said anything. We're on track. And let's start with some news, right? We have to get you filled in on your Tuesday morning. We do know that a Detroit Lakes man is pleading not guilty as he's accused of crashing into a motel in Lakes Country and then seriously hurting two people. 53-year-old Wade Olds is now going to be going to trial on 2 charges. That's criminal vehicular operation and driving under the influence. Police also took away his pickup that was involved in that crash, which happened in May. So court documents say that he crashed into the Lakes Inn where 77-year-olds Frank and Jacqueline Benninger were staying. We do have an update on their condition this morning. Jacqueline is now paralyzed from the waist down. Frank had to get his spleen removed. So we're trying to figure out when Olds is going to be back in court, but once we do, we will certainly let you know on WDAY. Also, right now, North Dakota Secretary of State is in the process of looking at a petition that could put legalizing recreational cannabis on November's ballot. This is a big change, but it's also something that we've kind of talked about a lot. You know, this is probably the third try in the last 4 years, I want to say, that they've tried to put this on the ballot. But the group behind this is called New Approach North Dakota, and it says that it got 25,000 signatures on the petition, which is about 10,000 more signatures than it needed in order for this to get on the ballot, right? So this measure would legalize possession and small purchases of cannabis for anyone 21 years and older, and then it would also allow people to grow a certain amount of cannabis as well. So we'll keep track of that for you. Many times it's been killed in the Senate, or it didn't have enough votes or something like that, but this is kind of interesting because it has more votes than it needs. So we'll track this for you and we'll let you know what comes out of that. Also, this is something that it's an update to a story that we've been tracking since over the weekend. But a teenager from West Fargo is now facing 6 felony charges, including attempted murder for a shooting in Grand Forks. We're talking about 19-year-old Omar Duranjic of West Fargo. He's also facing charges of things like aggravated assault, terrorizing, and reckless endangerment. So Grand Forks police were called out to a fight, and then a man with a gun, too. And this was all happening about a block away from Parrots Cay in town, and this was all on Friday night at around 8:30. So dispatchers who were on the phone say that they heard gunshots while they were talking on the phone, and then when officers got there, they found Michael Landvik with a gunshot wound to his shoulder, and then according to these eyewitnesses, they were saying that Duranjic actually tried to shoot this guy again, but his gun jammed. So if convicted, Duranjic does face 20 years in prison on just that attempted murder charge alone. He will be back in court next month, so we'll keep following that for you. Sticking in Grand Forks, we know that the $55 million referendum for that new Valley Middle School in Grand Forks is on hold right now. So that's going to be postponed until next spring, excuse me. But that vote was set to take place at the end of September, so coming up here in about 2 months. Well, this is the reason why. Icon Architects is the company behind this remodeling process and this project. So the employees there are saying that they should, you guys should kind of hold off on this right now to make sure you're looking at all the needs of the school and then all the needs of the district overall. They brought all of these issues forward to the school board, by the way. And the company is also just saying that these pieces aren't in place and there isn't a solid plan right now to present to the community. So that's why it's on hold. Again, Grand Forks referendum vote on that new proposed Valley Middle School will now be postponed to spring and not be happening at the end of September. And in Grand Forks. There's another road closure. If you are trying to get to work or something, maybe this is going to affect you, so listen up. Mill Road is going to be closed from Bacon Road to North Washington Street. So people who work on Mill Road with the businesses there, from 27th Avenue North to North Washington Street, you will still be able to get there, but anyone else is not going to be allowed. Mill Road from 27th Avenue North to Bacon Road is also going to be closed to drivers, but the intersection at Bacon Road and Mill Road will be open. Everything should be open back up in about 3 weeks. We'll stay on top of that for you as it is likely weather permitting. More construction too on West Business Loop in Jamestown from about 11th to 18th Street Southwest. So think about the Arby's there to the Dairy Queen in Jamestown. That's going to be down to 1 lane in both directions. This project will last until the end of September. And drivers, if you kind of take that way, crews are asking you to find a different route for that. Also, really quick, if you have plans to go to the West Fargo Library, you should know that you won't be able to get in your normal way. They're doing some sort of construction work in the south parking lot there, and because of that, you're being asked to park in the north lot off of 1st Avenue East and then go in through door 23. Now, you might be thinking, well, 1st Avenue East is closed right now for a different project. Well, it is, but in order to get to the parking lot, the north parking lot of this library, you can still take that way. Also, we learned that a bid was just approved for this major reconstruction project in Fargo, but it's moving ahead without this key talking point that these Fargo City Commissioners have been talking about for a while. So that project is going to be on 32nd Avenue in Fargo between 25th and 27th Street, and they just approved a $20 million contract to reconstruct about 10 blocks of road there. But what did not make the cut was that right turn lane for drivers going west and turning north at the intersection of 25th Street. And the reason why they voted that down was because they looked at some studies that show that turn lane wasn't needed there. Work is going to start in the spring of 2023. Bid for this project came in at around $7 million higher than expected, but this is going to be covered by one of the city's reserve funds. So, good news for you property owners there. Also, if you live in Detroit Lakes or maybe in that area, we know that a new store is opening up today from Sanford Health. It's called Sanford Equip. And the reason why they're opening it there is because many people who live in that area have to drive about 50 minutes to Fargo or 90 minutes to Alexandria to get some medical supplies, but now they can just stay in town. So if you're hoping to go, just make sure you have like a prescription or insurance with you, or your insurance card, just in case they require it, whatever item you're looking for. You don't have to be a Sanford Health member to buy any supplies. It's going to start opening at 1 this afternoon, so heads up for those of you in DL area. Okay, talking more on a national level of things, the January 6th Select Committee is going to be having another hearing later today. This time it's set to focus on how these rioters, came together, and then of course they're going to focus a little bit more on the extremist groups that were also there and involved in a riot. Former spokesman for the Oath Keepers, who recently pleaded guilty to the illegal entry of the Capitol, is expected to testify as well. We're also expected to hear some clips from former White House counsel Pat Cipollone. So that hearing is set to start at noon. You can watch that on WDAY as well. Okay, we also know that the House Committee in Texas that's investigating the elementary school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, they're planning on releasing some new video from that day. The chairman of that committee is saying that this video will include some video from the hallway during that shooting and a fact-focused report. That's what we saw in that tweet. And both apparently show that for more than an hour, police officers did not try to enter the classroom. We know 19 children, 2 teachers were killed in that massacre. There's no release date yet when it comes to this video because this committee needs to talk with the families of the victims first before making that public. We also know the first over-the-counter birth control pill could soon be available in the U.S. So HRA Pharma submitted an application to the FDA to make its birth control pill, which is called O-Pill, available to buy over the counter. So if approved, of course, this would be the first daily birth control pill available without a prescription here in the U.S. Also, let's talk about Prime Day. I know a lot of people who are Prime members, Amazon lovers, you guys already know, but it's day one of Amazon's Prime Day sales. That's gonna last for 48 hours. So you can expect, you know, discounts on things like electronics, home goods, toys, anything else. And of course, this is all to just increase loyalty with its Prime subscribers, drawing some new shoppers into its program as well. And get this, last year's Prime Day sales event was the largest 2-day sales period for third-party sellers in the company's history. So I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, take advantage of that while you can, and hopefully it doesn't break the bank too much. Okay. Hot Mic with Dom Izzo. That's on from 9 to 11. WDAY Extra and InForum.com, but you already knew that. Dom always has lots of great guests on. Dom, what are you talking about today?
We've got Fargo's head of Little League is going to be here.
Oh.
State tournament starts this week.
Oh, Fargo's head of Little League. You hear that? So Dom, as I was saying, Dom always has a lot of great guests on, and he's going to have more of those great guests on today, just like he always does. So you can go join in on his show, Hot Mic, 9 to 11, WDAY Extra, InForum.com. And right now you can get an InForum subscription for $2 a month. All you have to do is go to InForum.com/subscribe and then get unlimited access for your first 3 months. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you today. We have news from 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10, and then we'll be back here tomorrow morning from 5 to 7. All right, everyone, have a great day. Take advantage of this beautiful day we got going on, near picture perfect day. So, yeah, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. Bye.